everybody. This is Whisperin' Bob here. I'm so doggone happy you joined us today. Can't you hear my excitement? Pull on your boots and grab your coffee. It's time for Old West Ministries Country Gospel Jubilee. Mosey on over. Let's join a service already in progress.
Well, some glad morning when this life is low, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. Well, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away in the morning. Well, when I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Well, just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a home where my joys will never end. I'll fly away. Well, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away in the morning. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. This is Music Madness Monday, and we're going to sing for about an hour and have a good time. And I hope you'll sing along with us if you're watching out wherever you're listening from. And those that are here, sing along with us. And everyone up here is going to probably at least get a song in. And that's what it's all about, music tonight. And I talked about this yesterday. You know, we used to have folks come out that from all over the place and all different backgrounds. Some of them didn't know gospel music, but we didn't care. Just get up and sing a song. It's not about that as much as it is just coming together and having a good time singing. You know, we used to have these when I was a kid growing up. We would go, either they'd come to our house when I was real little, I remember that. And then there was some people that used to go to the church out there in Pedley that we'd go to their little house and sit there and sit in a big circle, and everybody would play music and sing, and you know, it was nice to do that. We used to go to Johnny's house when Johnny was alive, and they had a few of them since that time too. But we'd go over there, and we'd go pick and play and just jam a while, you know, have a good time. You know, and I thought about that too. Johnny loved music so much that the last time we did it, when he was there, he was so sick, and yet he still managed to come out there and play music and sing, because that's what he loved above everything else in the world. You know, people got to get a hold of that. So anyways, I love music, and everybody up here loves music, and that's where that comes from. And it's not about nothing else tonight but the music. So how about, we're going to just preach to you. If we sing a gospel song, we're going to preach to you through the song. How about that? And if we sing a country song, it's because it's got a good message to it. You know, that's all there is to that. And as our mom used to say, the gospel truth is the gospel truth. So we were, well, I can try a little bit of that. Try a key of G maybe. We were, a friend of ours, he passed away a few years ago, but he was a bass player. He had one of the early model jazz basses. And when they reopened the American factory, they didn't have all the specs on the jazz bass like they needed. And a friend of his called him up and said, "You still have that jazz bass?" And he said, "I do." He said, "Can we borrow it for a little while?" So they took it in the factory and factory measured his guitar for all the old specs and built it. And so all those new guitars are built off his guitar. And they refretted it and fixed his guitar all up for him, sent it back to him.
All 900 pounds of it.
Yeah, but the jazz bass wasn't as bad as the precision bass.
Precision.
That's for sure. But anyways, he was over one night.
That was 900. That was 1,000.
Are you leaving us? All right. Well, let's wait till he.
He's way out of tune.
It's the weather.
Well, that's a whole different story.
Well, it's probably more humid over in Menifee.
And he'll have to get all tuned up here in a second. But anyways, I was saying he was Jerry was over one night. Jerry Barnett was his name. And he worked for Thrifty's drugstore. Believe it or not, he was the HVAC guy for Thrifty's, and he went all over. I mean, everywhere. And he would drive. He fixed those things. The ice
Every
cream
day
freeze.
is a savings day.
And
at
he
Thrifty's.
when he got done, he'd call up and say, "Can I come over?" And we'd say, "Yeah." And he'd come over, and we'd sit around jamming for the rest of the night.
Did he bring ice cream?
He never brought
No.
ice. Never one time did he bring ice
Yeah, it's
cream.
just
Never once.
You sure drank a lot of our coffee, though.
So anyway, he sang this song one night, and this is kind of what I heard. An old Merle Haggard song, "Sing Me Back Home." The warden led a prisoner down the hallway to his doom. I stood up to say goodbye like all the rest, and I heard him tell the warden just before he reached my cell, "Can my guitar playing friend do my request? Let him sing me back home to the songs I used to hear. Make my old memories
Come alive.
take me away and turn back
The years.
Sing me back home before I die." I recall last Sunday morning when a choir from off the street came in to sing a few old gospel songs. And I heard him tell the singers, "There's a song my mama sang. Could you sing it once before you move along? Won't you sing me back home to the songs I used to hear? Make my old memories
Come alive.
take me away and turn back
The years.
Sing me back home before I die. Won't you sing me back home before I die? That's all right. Rock the pages, cleft for me. Won't you sing me back home before I die? Well, it wouldn't have been too bad if I hadn't flipped the ending, but you know how that goes.
I thought you were just going to admit it and then tell everybody how you
It's
heard
been-
it that way. Then you were going to add
No, I could have done that if you'd have thought of that.
Well,
It'd
I
been,
did think
it'd been
of
a
it.
good save, but it wasn't what I was doing.
that. You know, it doesn't matter how bad you mess up as long as no one knows it.
Yeah. Well, that's never usually the case around here. That's for sure. So, anyways, that's and we did that in the 1980s. Imagine singing "Sing Me Back Home" Merle Haggard song in church, and we did it, sang in church, and
In a
then-
pre-seeker sensitive
and-
assembly of God.
and we But you know, we did it all over the place after that because we had it on our recording. And so, but you know, it's got a message to it. It has a message. And you know, if you're doing gospel music and you're going out into the highways and byways, you're not out trying to win people that are already saved. You're trying to win the lost, and you got to speak to them where they are, wherever that's at. You know. So, anyways, I've just always liked good songs with a good story, and that's one of them right there. So, all right, so let's do another one. Then you guys think about what you're going to do, and we'll just start tossing it around. All right. I don't know what that's going to be, and the other one I'm going to do, but we'll do something else. All right. Oh boy, I don't know if I can do that one or not.
Well, I thought you were singing "Born Again."
No, we had that conversation yesterday. Key of G, I think. You may think it's foolish what I'm gonna say, but I'm not afraid. No, not afraid. One day I prayed, Jesus, take my sins away, and that's when I was born again. Born again, there's really been a change in me. Born again, just like Jesus said. Born again, and all because of Calvary. I'm glad, so glad that I've been born again. One man came to Jesus, John in chapter 3. So afraid, Master, you're from God, I truly do believe. And Jesus said, be born again. Born again, there's really been a change in me. Born again, just like Jesus said. Born again, and all because of Calvary. I'm glad, so glad that I've been born again. I'm glad, so glad that I've been born again. Oh, we'll get it going. That's all right. We'll just pop in there. All right, so my batteries went dead. Story of my life these days.
Yeah.
My battery's going dead.
You need Evereadys.
All right, 5 more seconds here. And
You know, speaking of batteries, you know, I grew up around, you know, I really, though I'm Generation X, I was raised around the type of people that baby boomers were raised by, you know, so, you know, people born in the 20s, you know, and I have a lot of arcane terminology that I use. Like, I didn't realize the rest of the world no longer uses the term pin light battery. I said, AA pin lights or AAA pin lights? And they look at you like, what? Now, I was talking to a friend of mine, we used to work together at Radio Shack. She goes, you are the only person I know of in the world that uses the word pin light battery.
well, the world
But you
is,
know, Mosey and Sachet, let's sashay on over there. Yeah, we can blame Roland for that one.
well, we had a grandmother from Indiana and a dad from Oklahoma. So, you know, you pile all that together, you get all kinds of
And a Scottish uncle born in Manitou Springs, Colorado.
and Nanny used to say, instead of swear, she'd say, I swan.
Yeah, she wouldn't bet either.
That's betting.
I bet you. Yeah,
I swan was for swear.
bond you.
So
Bond you or bound? I can't remember.
bound
remember
you
is-
because she wouldn't bet, you know.
All I remember is hollering for her nanny, and she go, ooh. Oh, is it gonna go dead? Oh,
Okay,
Yep.
we're
Okay, we got 2 out of 3 so far.
we're swapping batteries right now.
I feel like meatloaf. Am I pulling the right part apart?
So, anyways, I was thinking as I was singing that song "Born Again," I was thinking that's exactly what I didn't watch any of it, but I saw the clips later. But that's exactly what what's the guy's name? Oh, hang on, it'll come to me. That big guy, what's his name? Some
Jelly bean,
Jelly roll.
Jelly Roll, yeah.
jelly stuff.
How many heard what he said on the Grammys? I mean, that not only was just him saying something. I mean, that was more powerful than most preachers you hear. In my book, in my estimation, he did not care. He flat out did not care. And he said, Jesus. He said, I hear you, Lord.
Here you go.
And I don't know how long I'm gonna be up here, but I'm gonna say what I gotta say. And he gave a testimony. Some people might think that's crazy, but I commend him for that. I wasn't even sure I cared for his music when I first heard him, but I like him as a person, because
I'm surprised they didn't cut to something else.
you know what he reminds me of, and we got to get back to music, but it reminds me of, and I thought about this today, and I almost posted about it, was the woman who broke the alabaster bottle on Jesus' feet. And Jesus said she was forgiven a lot, so she loves a lot. He was forgiven a lot, and so he senses that. I never take that for granted. What a powerful, I thought that was powerful. All those other morons making their little stands for nothing, saying we're on stolen land and living in a mansion that they bought. Think about that for 5 seconds. I just find that I find the irony in that so funny.
Are you talking about Billie Eilish?
No, some girl. I don't know who they are. I have no idea who they are. However, I said all that to say this. I hate saying that, but I'll say it that way. That it is actually true that they even introduced a brand new category this year, and because traditional country music is making a comeback among a lot of young artists, and there's a Zach Top, I think his name, or something like that, who does a lot of real traditional country sound. I don't listen anymore, so I don't know who they are, but it was really, really good what I heard. And so it's, and I detected this. A few years ago when we were going out to the Stagecoach, first time I went there, hardly any bands had steel guitars. There might have been 2 or 3. Then the next couple of years, I saw more and more and more coming, and they're adding them. And you know who I saw playing steel guitar in their had steel guitar in their band not long ago? It was the Rolling Stones, and they sang Bob Wills is still the king, believe it or not. The Rolling Stones. So country music will not lose its traditional place, I don't think. After a while, folks will get back to it. All right. So you doing something?
Remember, CT was playing steel guitar in a metal band.
Yeah, it was like glam rock or something. Long time ago. That worked.
He's not CT anymore.
No. All right, we got to get some music rolling here. So.
AGAV.
They're working on it.
He's not.
Pardon?
She's working on him.
Which song? Oh, do you want to do that one, David?
Which one?
You don't know me till you need me.
Oh, we could do that.
Is that D?
Hope I can remember. Oh, and then you come around. Timmy's still not on the. He's not.
They're working on him right now.
You don't know me till you need me. And here you come around, wanting me to fix your world.
We need reverb.
Already burning to the ground. In desperation, you will call me. When there's no, you don't know me till you need me. Then you're knocking at my door. My love for you is never ending, so I'll open it once more. When will you realize it's me you're looking for? Why does it always have to be? You don't know me till you need me. You don't know. You don't know me till you need me. Then you're knocking at my door. My love for you is never ending, so I'll open it once more. When will you realize it's me you're searching for? Or does it always have to be? You don't know me till you need me. It doesn't always have to be. You don't know me till you need me. Can you tell that other video you found? That guy talking about that?
Well, I sent David a video.
You got to back up. Say the first time I heard it.
David heard this song on Range Rider Radio on Pandora, and it was by the guy who wrote it. It was just a straight up song, like it was. And what I do sometimes is I'll get fixated on a song, and I'll go on YouTube and play many versions I can find of it, just in a row. I just keep on playing them. That's what it might bore the, I don't know everybody else, but that wouldn't bore it out of me because I enjoy it. And so anyways, I was playing this song one night, and I played this guy playing it. I played a live version of him doing it. And there was another guy that recorded it. And he was like in a studio setup, sort of like a quasi-video they'd made. And he's singing this song, You Don't Know the Song. When he found it, the man began to tell a testimony. He said he went to Nashville and to record an album, and he wanted to know if there's any new songs out there to get a hold of them. Someone said, well, I know a guy who's got some songs, and you need to hear these. So when he heard that song, he just fell in love with it. He said, but I need to know the story behind it. And so we didn't know any of this. You see, this is what I'm talking about, the anointing that gets in the music and just stays there. And so that's what David detected when he heard it the first time. And so anyways, the guy who
I was
wrote
washing dishes, and I kept pushing the replay on the telephone.
Well, the guy who wrote the song was had a heart attack. He was in the hospital. And there was a nurse there, and she was kind of talking to him, trying to encourage him. And she told him, she said, you want to know, do you ever pray? You need a miracle. You need God to work in your life. And she brought him a cross and hung it on the wall in there, and he got to thinking about it. And he thought, you know what? The only time I ever think about God or call on God is when I'm in trouble. And that's where that song came from. You don't know me till you need me. Right from that place. So what a great song. And that's true in people's lives. It's true in my life. And I've noticed it's true in other people's lives. We get so busy, we just kind of put God on the back burner. Boy, but when we need him, we start calling on him. God is not a genie that you just rub the lamp and he pops out. He's seeking relationship with us. That's what he wants on a daily basis. And that song speaks loudly to us. So you have another song back there, David? Or?
I don't know if
We can wing
did
it.
that one enough, it would probably just be me and you on that.
Well, give me a key and we'll.
'Cause that was another song. I
We'll
don't
take
remember.
it.
We did it before that Ned Ledoux song. You think we should try
just-
that, or will we butcher
Just
it?
give me a key and we'll try to butcher it.
What key was that in?
That was D.
No, that might work.
Just holler at me if I get the
Okay.
wrong chord.
When I'm gone, they lay me down. That'll only be my body in the ground. There'll be no need to shed a tear for me. If heaven is as real as I believe, we all heard of paradise. Words fall short and never will describe everything I know that it will be. If heaven is as real as I believe, I can almost see it, flowing fountains, skies of blue, open plains and mountains, and colors that our eyes have never seen. If heaven is as real as I believe, I'll see my daughter, you know it's true. She'll catch me up on all the things she's up to. And we'll throw stones across an endless sea. If heaven is as real as I believe, no more fighting, no more fences, no more judging anybody because they're different. And grace will fall. No more judging anybody because they're different. And grace will fall like rain on golden streets. If heaven is as real as I believe, and heaven is as real as I believe. That's another powerful song I also heard on Range Rider Radio on Pandora. It was sung by a young man by the name of Ned Ledoux. And if the last name Ledoux sounds familiar, you might remember Chris Ledoux,
That's
the
right.
country singer. And I did kind of like Jesse on this kid. He's a crazy good drummer. You know, he's been around fantastic musicians all of his life, so I guess it rubbed off on him. But I was curious mainly about this song. But he had a 2-year-old daughter that died from a choking accident. And that's what inspired him to write that song. And it's pretty powerful. You know, I've heard other people write, you know, I wouldn't feel right about redoing a song like that unless you knew him and could talk to him and say, yeah, I want to change his verse to make it, you know, not so personal or not apply directly to you. But I just sang his words because it's his song, you know.